Hello YouTubers, it's Nelson with Uniton Aquaponics again. We're here continuing to show you what we've been building. This is still in the garage, it's a garage space. We have total of close to 40 tanks. Don't ask us how we fit it, but we made it work, okay? This what you see in front of you is a quarantine tank. We have this guy here, he's one of our male breeders. He's called a teaser male. And he actually was trying to kind of take a bigger male's territory, and they got in a fight. So we're putting him here to recover because we don't want him to get infected and actually have any disease issues with the rest of the aquarium. So usually if we buy fish, we put them here. If we find a fish with a disease, we put them here, we treat them, and it's kind of a good practice in that way. We don't mix your fish with the fish that are maybe you might suspect that they are sick or something for disease management in that way. And it's easy to monitor and manage and treat them as well. But he's doing good. He's good. In a few days we'll just put him back. We have a little microscope here. We use it for various things, especially when it comes to infusoria, daphnia, water fleas, to look into, see how much we have produced in a certain water volume. In that way we can divide a colony or start a new colony. And it's a good practice to have it too. A lot of samples you can also check on your microscope, just like a laboratory use as well. We have our test kits, we have our food for daphnia, we have iron supplement for the Aquaponic System. Again, this system, except for this one is the only one that has an external filter because it's not hooked up to the rest of the system. Our fingerling session that I showed you there and our breeding session that we have here. This tank here is for bluegill. We breed a lot of bluegill and we have a lot of bluegill fingerlings. So feel free to go on our site and put your order for your bluegill, especially right now we're getting close to the spring. So we're breeding. This is one of my favorite male. We're acclimating him, getting him ready to breed again. He breeds a lot and he's a good looking male, good sized male. We have another male that's actually already nesting, starting to nest here. They do exactly what they'll do in the wild. What you see there is live plants. And this little girl here is one of our females. I'll just give them a little bit of food so you can see them. They are not stressed out, and you can see here, we make sure we have good water flow. We maintain a good temperature for them so they stay happy. Especially breeders, you need to keep them happy. So you can see the females eating the food and the rest of the females are gonna run here. And just like how you saw that small male, usually when you breed these guys, you need to have one big male like this guy and a teaser male. So the teaser male is pretty much bringing enough necessary competition to make the main male here, bigger male, larger male, this guy here, to breed faster, to nest faster. So you can see they're usually kind of in separate areas. And this is a smaller male. And a lot of people who actually buy bluegill from us, they prefer that type of male because they look beautiful. And they are actually a cross between sunfish and regular bluegill. But I prefer the size of the regular bluegill, and in most cases they end up fertilizing the eggs. So here we have bluegills that are breeding, male and females, and you can see they're eating, munching on the food. We have an option of either raising this to make more bubbles for them. They love it, you can see it. In the end, we're just going to add a high pressure nozzle to actually create a lot more oxygen. So they love when you can see the all over in this area because of the oxygen. So it's going to pretty much splash water like this. That's how it will be. And you can see they're all gathered around it. But it's working so far. Works exactly the same way. We have an aquaponic system in the back. Which helps us to break down all the ammonia and the fish waste. So when you close it, you don't really see it. Try to make it neat like that and have this guy be comfortable in here. We usually put one male with 3 females and 1 teaser male. Here we have our Tanganyika cichlids. tilapia. It's another breeding colony. It's another type of fish that we breed here. But we sell them on our site as well from our small branch, our sister branch in Michigan. If you saw another video, and I'll include that video link on this one to show you the biggest system we have with our friends in Michigan, where we breed more of tilapia. They are very, very aggressive, and they grow fast. These are close to, I think, a month old. They're a little bit more than a month, but they get to fully grown at 6 months. 6 months, they will be at a plate size. And it depends with your water volume, or temperature. All those parameters make a difference on how fast they grow. The system is designed exactly the same way. Easy, simple for recent light, for live plants like what you see. It helps in a further breakdown of nitrates if it accumulates in the tank, and it creates a little bit of a natural habitat in the tank as well. We try to avoid a lot of filtration, unnecessary filtration, because it's another electric consumption, and if we can avoid that, we will do it, and that's what we are doing in this system. We have a solid lip there, and we have an inlet here. You can see the inlet brings water, high pressure water with a good aeration. And the fish here, the solid lift picks up from the bottom, which means the bottom of the tank stays clean in most cases. And plus, these guys like to actually pick around the rocks. You can see they are stress-free fish. They have their pipes to hide. This is one of the male. This is the male right here. And you can see the females have all their pipes where they actually lay eggs and breed. And we have the clay pot for the male. They're very aggressive. They're young, but they're already breeding, as you can tell. I'm going to add a little bit of water pressure here so you can see the flow. They love this water flow here. And it also helps on the aeration as well. So we usually just run it like that, depending on how they feel. You try to make sure when you do this to put it away from the clay pot. We are trying to direct it to where the solid lift is, so it can agitate the waste and it can get picked up easy. I will move to one of our other fish. These are panda orandas or rachus. They're very popular. We breed them. I think I showed on one of the videos a fingerling. They hatched, and we are not able to get the fingerlings on time, so we only have one, actually 3, but we are breeding them as well. They're beautiful fish. You can see the size of these panorandas. They're in a goldfish category, but they are close to my hand size, as you can see. And I have pretty big hands, as you can see. So they're a good sized fish, beautiful fish. I love them. I think one of these fish close to 150. They get to be really expensive, especially if they keep their black color. And we're trying to get the biggest rachu possible. So I'll show you updates of the fingerlings and as well the parents. These guys are close to how long would I say? Maybe six months, something like that. And I think I showed you the male already, and here we have a large pet tilapia. Usually we breed them for our branch in Michigan because we sell them from Michigan, but you can put your orders on our site, and then our Michigan sister company will ship them to you. So you can get the variety. They grow fast. Look at this guy. They get really big and they eat a lot. I will show you how, when it comes to food, how these guys act. And these are small pebbles that I give the females, and you can see how. Let me get you the big food so you can see how fast they eat. Okay, here you go. Come here, fish. So you can see they eat a lot, and these guys grow fast. These are all plate size, big females. One of these females can easily get up to 500 babies. So we have a lot of fish and we're gonna continue breeding them. You can see the clay pot, the setup is almost the same as the other one, but the clay pot is a lot bigger because these are big fish. We had 6 of them. We shipped 2 females to our sister company. And feel free again, guys, look on the website, put your orders if you like tilapia, if you like bluegill. We should have fingerlings for both this spring, and we're working hard on making sure that the aquaponic community is fully supplied when they need fish. You have options. You can get a cory catfish, bottom feeders. We're working on getting bass on the larger system outside, and stay tuned for largemouth bass and striped bass. We're looking on the legality on that as well. Bluegill we already have. We have here the tilapia from our sister branch in Michigan. They give them at least 3 days before they can arrive because it's depending on where you're at and the temperature. It's a lot colder there, but it's warming up, so we're getting to the summer, so we'll be able to get them on time. We have panda orangers, the rachus, which are really beautiful fish. You don't have to use them in aquaponics. You can if you don't mix them with something like bluegill, because I don't think they'll get along. And these guys are very gentle. They just eat all the time. As you can see, their stomachs tells you all about it. But they're beautiful fish. Good size, grow fast. Grow fast. I think the way they say to identify them, the males show you the stars. Because this is breeding temperature, even though it's not spawning time, the males show the stars on their not the dorsal but their front fins, the bottom fins, and the females tend to be shorter and more rounder. As you can see, the tails of the male are very beautiful tail, beautiful fish. I love them. I think I'm gonna keep these guys. So we have. I am really stuck with the tilapia in terms of growth and the size they get. They get really big, as you can see. If you say that's a plate size, I say it's more than a plate size. I think it's gonna go out of the plate. But yeah, so they breed, easy to maintain, very, very fast growers, and hardy fish. Perfect for aquaponics, especially if you don't have a lot of variation in temperature. If you do have variation of temperature like we do here in California and other parts of the US, I recommend bluegill. They have a high tolerance. You can actually even go snow fishing on bluegill, ice fishing on bluegill, because they can tolerate variation of temperature. So stay tuned. Please check out our website, put your orders for your fish, and please subscribe if you haven't, and wait for more topics, and please suggestions. If you want me to practice or do an experiment for you, you're interested, I am eager to learn as well. I will do it for us to share it. YouTube has been grateful to me. I've learned a lot from other people, and I like to share the knowledge with the rest of you out there. So please subscribe, say hello, and comments and advice and new topics, please. Thank you. Have a great day.